Hi guys, WJ back here with some more Blu-ray pickups and reviews. First of all, one that I have not watched yet, Steven Spielberg's Ready Player One. I'm gonna give this one a watch this weekend and I will tell you my opinion, but I am looking forward to it. I've heard some good reviews about it. Next up, I picked up for a good price on a local site, Chappie. It's goes with District 9 and with I forget the second one, but I've got the other movie as well. There's three movies altogether, all directed by the South African guy Neil Blomkamp. Forgive me, but I enjoyed Chappie. As you can see, it's got a nice slipcover, which I like, and comes with the bonus disc. That is Chappie. Next up, I picked for a good price National Treasure. I think this is one of Nicolas Cage's best. He's a treasure hunter. I didn't pay that price. I've got this second hand. But he's a treasure hunter, and it's from the producer of the Pirates of the Caribbean. That's the Jerry Bruckheimer, magnificent producer. It's a really good movie. It's got John Voight in it as well. Haven't watched it for a while, but I look forward to seeing it again. Next up, Horrible Bosses. Wow, all I can say, Jennifer Aniston wearing just the doctor's coat. But it's a good comedy. This group of friends that decide that they're the friends on top and these are their bosses underneath, and they've sort of hatch up plans to how can I say, to like deal with their bosses. Very funny. Horrible Bosses. Next up was a TV series I have not watched yet. That is season 1 of Bates Motel. I know that it's now finished on TV. We all know the story of Norman Bates, but this is a TV series that's about the young Norman Bates, a teenager, with his mom, and they buy this motel in Massachusetts, and it's about the settings around this motel, the lives entwined with people that come and go there. There's young Norman Bates and his mom on the cover. As it says, chilling reboot of Psycho. Look forward to viewing that as well. Next up, I finally finished Alien and Predator movies. I just needed this Alien vs Predator. They've got all the Predator movies and they've got all the Alien movies, and this is a weak movie, to be honest, but because I'm a fan of Alien and Predator, I picked it up for a good price. I enjoy watching it as a popcorn movie. Yeah, basically you've got the aliens. The aliens here are let loose by the predators, because the predators like to hunt them. And the alien, they bring their war to Earth. But the aliens, we find, are a lot tougher than what the predators think. And the humans get involved as well. Some cheesy one-liners, to be honest. But I'm still a fan. Next up, another one I've yet to watch. I've watched the original Texas Chainsaw Massacre. This is the 2013 edition with it's got Alexandra Daddario, Dan Yeager, and it's a 2013 edition released by Lionsgate. It's set after, obviously way after the original massacre in 1974, but like I said, I got it for a good price, and I enjoyed the first Texas Chainsaw Massacre, the original, so I'll give this one a view. Next up, probably one of Will Smith's better roles, and I'm not really a Will Smith fan, to be honest, but this is a very good movie if you like spy thrillers, like I do. Uh, Gene Hackman, of course. What can you say? He is the master. You know, one of my best actors ever. Uh, so what it is Will Smith basically he comes under, like, how can we say, like attack from the government, and he thinks he's alone and he thinks he's paranoid, and then he finds Gene Hackman, and he's the only guy who's willing to help him. And of course it's John Voight again. Always plays a magnificent bad guy, does John Voight. So yeah, that's Enemy of the State. Next up, a comedy in my opinion that I think is totally underrated. I really like this one with Sean William Scott, you know, from American Pie, and Paul Rudd. We know Paul Rudd as Ant-Man. As you can see, there's two versions of the movie, the theatrical and extended. And what it is they basically take on this Big Brother project, and they are like children themselves, so they've got to grow up while looking after these kids, trying to be a big brother to them, and they learn lessons themselves in life while doing this. Yeah, Sean William Scott, he's Stifler. He'll always be Stifler. Anyway, next I found a prison drama, or more of an action movie, I should say, with Stephen Dorff and Val Kilmer. Gee, he looks different there than what he does in Top Gun, doesn't he? Yeah, this is a very good action movie. I like prison movies that are action movies set in prison, I should say. My favorite, of course, being Lock Up with Sylvester Stallone. Yeah, that I have not seen this one for a long time, to be honest. But what it is Stephen Dorff ends up in prison, and he's got to survive, and he does so with the help of Val Kilmer. That is Felon. Next up, part of the Batman collection, the Tim Burton Batman collection. That is Batman Forever, where Val Kilmer played Batman. Got Tommy Lee Jones as Two-Face and Jim Carrey as the Riddler. Of course, Nicole Kidman and Chris O'Donnell comes in as Robin. So his enemies in here are the Riddler and Two-Face. These ones have started getting watered down, to be honest. From the first one is still the best with Michael Keaton. But second hand, got a decent price for it, so I'm not complaining. That is Batman Forever. Next up, Shaun of the Dead. Got this from a local internet site for a good price. I must admit, I have yet to watch it, and I know it's been out a long time, one of those I just not got round to watching, and I will be giving it a view one of these days. I've heard nothing but good reviews about it, and it's a popular, got a popular following. Shaun of the Dead. Look forward to that. Next up, I picked up two movies in a series. Despicable Me, the first one. Minions. Absolutely love the Minions. They must be one of the craziest, zaniest characters ever on film. Of course, it's the first time we meet the girls, and we meet Gru, who's the crime boss in the first one. And the minions are obviously his minions, all his dozens and dozens of these minions, and they are all bad guys until they meet these three young nieces of Gru's, and eventually through the movie they turn him to be what he doesn't want to be, a good guy. I picked up Despicable Me 2 at the same time. As you can see, still the Minions are the stars of this series. I still say the first one was slightly better, but this one was not too bad as well. I've yet to watch the third one. It's just come out at the cinemas. It's just been at the cinemas, I should say, and I will get round to it one of these days. But two of my favorite animated movies, Despicable Me 1 and 2. Then, one of my best pickups yet, Deadpool. I've already got the normal Deadpool, but as you can see, this is the steelbook. Forgive me, got one hand here. This is the steelbook of Deadpool. Picked it up for a good price on a local internet site. I love collecting my steelbooks. I think they're the best form of the Blu-rays you can find. The artwork on this one is very nice. I like Deadpool drawn on there. The movie itself is one of Marvel's best. Deadpool he's funny, he's sarcastic, but he's deadly, he's loving, he's caring. He's everything and all in one. But I was so glad to get the steelbook, because I've got the normal plastic cover one, which to me it just makes boring, because I'm a collector. So that's the steelbook for Deadpool. And finally, I got myself a BBC Christmas comedy special, Mrs. Brown's Boys, big box of crackers. That's 5 Christmas episodes. Love watching this when it comes on satellite. I really love my BBC comedies. I think they are the best comedies that you can ever find, and Mrs. Brown's Boys is up there with them. My others, of course, being One Foot in the Grave, Dad's Army, Allo Allo, and Keeping Up Appearances. Those are all really classics in my opinion. But this was a decent price, good pickup. 5 Christmas episodes, as I said. Mrs. Brown's Boys, big box of crackers. Love poor old Granddad. Anyhow, that is the haul for the last month. Until my next video, guys, cheers.